All right, people, we're going to wait for people to come in, and we have a very important live stream here. I got to talk about, mindset. This is a very big, important thing, and of course, strategy. What I do differently than not that I do what I do differently, but what I do more properly than what's out there. Why we succeed. And many fail because your own mindset, you not being able to stick to your plans or getting into the wrong plans causes you to really lose money long term, and most people go insane eventually because they don't have any let me just put this out here. Give me 1 sec, people. All right, let me check. Hello, Mr. Bling. Can you hear me? Yeah, people are just coming in. You able to hear me fine, Mr. Bling? Let me check my audio here. Yeah, my audio seems to be okay. Okay, good, good, good. Hello, Mez. Hello, Mez. So just let some people come in. Volume is fine. Good, good, good. Well, it should be. I mean, I checked. So, people, I got a really important live stream here. I suggest to pay attention to this whole stream, live stream. It's very important for your success. And I'm going to get more into deep to the 5 different categories of people. And I'm going to be getting more. I'm going to talk about that perhaps in this live stream, and maybe I'll be continuing that in my next live stream. But my live streams are going to serve as a purpose for personal growth. Success comes from focusing in the right direction, right? And what I'm about, of course, I've told people it's both health and wealth. And there's a reason for that. Because people, if you're looking for trading to be just to get a high off of it, there's people that just want a high off of trading, okay? They expect that every day it's a green day and everything's a beautiful and sunshine and roses. And in reality, it's not like that. You go through a series of making great gains, things being tough, then making great gains, things being tough. Things could be good for many months. It's going to be what the market what's going on is a psychological, like, you have to understand the marketplace they have to do what they need to do to get to a certain point, and that's what the market's about. So what I do is I focus on what is the market saying, and I stick to a strategy that works more often than not. However, it requires a consistency. The minute you start relinquishing control and letting fear and emotions take control of your trading, thinking that you're better, you can outsmart the market, and then you're gonna lose. I guarantee you this. And how can I tell you this with certainty? Because I have deep experience in this, and I witnessed that following my rules to a T, right, adapting to the market creates constant wealth over the long term. It's not an everyday thing, every week thing. You can have weeks where we're suffering, and we've been through that. We're not making great gains, and that's fine. But then the gains called this market I said talked about chop and pop, and that's exactly what we've been in. And I'm gonna prove this to you right here with Apple. Let's talk about Apple first, people. Okay. Hello, Eric. Okay, people. So, I mean, not a lot of people have come in yet, but they're gonna have to look at the live stream, and we move forward. Live streams are usually seen by if a lot of people don't come into them right away, they do come. They do have to see the videos, and you know what? I've always said to people that I make the live streams, I make the winning videos, and if you complain that you don't have success, that's the fault of the individual, because nobody, no market leader, or there is no really market leaders out there, really, very, that's very few, but or people that so-called, we'll call them market gurus, do what I'm doing. So I'm telling it how it is, right? I'm being upfront. I'm showing the facts. I'm trying to educate a person. Okay, and here's the reality: the top 10%. Let me put it to you this way. I'm being honestly, brutally honest here. Most people do not have what it takes to succeed in the market. This is why you will always see a high losing. You will have the majority of the public losing the money in the market. Then they call it whatever they want to call it. These same people are losers in life anyways, to be honest, in everything. That's why I'm going to prove this to you in 5 classes of people. Hello, EG. Okay, so I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna talk about Apple here. I wanna prove a point with Apple. Okay, I'm gonna prove a point with some of our own trades. Explain, and because there are lessons. See, a lot of people don't understand that if everything that we do, I study. Okay, people think that everything I put out, from the good or the bad, it has studied. Okay, and what my studies show is what I'm doing puts a person massively forward. But if they are in constant study, constantly, there's a focus, right? Market is not easy. I've managed people, I have taught people, and when they follow my rules, they kill it. And when they go with emotions, they get destroyed. It's as simple as that. I know what I'm talking about. And they have potential. There are people that have so much potential, but they let their emotions destroy them. Sorry, the market don't care about how you feel. They don't care, the market. All right, now got that out of the way. Hello, Dexter. Hello. So we're gonna start talking. You know what? So again, people that are gonna. All right. So some people are still joining the live stream. So we're gonna be talking about people. Apple is an example of my rules of what I said about the market, chop and pop, but how it's not always glorious. And this Apple trade, which is one of my 3rd trade, and I'm going to explain the whole story here, how I dealt with it, okay, here, mentally, and the outcome of everything, right? I'm going to talk about the negatives of the market. We're going to be, it's all about real. It's all real here, right? I'm going to try to help the top 10% wake up from their slumber, we'll say. There's some of the people that I just got to wake them up, and then they can fly. And then there are people, it doesn't matter what you explain to them, they don't listen, they don't study what I tell them to do, they just think they know more. They think that they are the exception of the rule. They have no experience, but they only know how to complain and don't understand anything. And don't listen to my winning videos because there's messages and proof in them, and so on and so forth. Yep, you got that. Hard work, studies. And so look, that's why I'm doing these live streams. Now, if the serious people, they're going to come to the live streams and they're going to listen to everything that I'm saying. Now, the unserious people, the people that will lose in life, and I guarantee you, you're going to lose in life. I know too much about health and wealth. Okay? Like a lot of people think, and I studied this fact, they think that you simply exercise, which a lot of people don't do anyways, and you eat well, what's eating well? What's the definition of eating healthy when people don't even know what eating healthy is? And think that everything's going to be honky-dory? That's not a fact. There are 3 factors that then turn into there are 3 factors, and PowerTarget Trade will explain that in the future. But anyways, in this video, we're talking about the wealth part of things, the money-making things, which, again, money today in this world, having money can come and go, but health and wealth and having a strong, and having skills and a good mindset overpowers money. Money, well, there was a saying, I think, money is moot, knowledge is king. Knowledge is king. All right, now with knowledge, anything can happen. Without knowledge, you can blow all your money, all your wealth away if you have a strong knowledge or a proper mindset. With that said, let's go forward with this example of Apple. Why? An example of the chop and pop. Now, this is this truth here. So I'm going to go to the post I posted. It was, I guess it was the 10th, okay, and it was the 10th. I posted a plan, and we had confirmed the plan on this day here, and of course nothing was happening. And then it goes up, Apple, and then there's chop, chop, chop. We start making money, right? Ba 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 boom, right? Everything is going good. I made my things, right? And then the pullback. Now, here, this day here was a Friday. I told people. Now, we were actually losing. Imagine we are in gains, and PowerTarget Trade on this day is telling us, hold. Could we have lost? You bet your bottom dollar. And here's my point I want to make. I don't care to lose for the right reasons. And I've said this a million times. But I do not want to lose for the wrong reasons. Because if I did not catch that 100% gain and I had sold this day, mentally, you have destroyed yourself. Think about what I just said now carefully. If you don't understand what I'm saying, run away. Don't bother following me. I don't want you in my group. You must understand what I just said here. It's very important. PowerTarget Trade doesn't want people who won't succeed. There's no point. If I would have sold this day and this has happened so many times, but it didn't happen because I have the experience. If I had sold this day for the wrong reason, out of fear, and watched my options make a greater than 100% gains, for all this time, it was suffering. But it wasn't suffering, it was sucky to see the trade going good, then not good, then good, then not good. But it didn't break any of my rules, and I put the supports and everything. I was focusing on my winning plans in BA, okay? I caught 5 winning plans, okay? 5 in a row. Not just baby gains, and the same matter. All my plans in BA were not winners off the bat, right? A lot of them were against me, okay, in BA. In all 5. But I followed my rule set, my knowledge set, my skill set, and I didn't allow fear or emotions to skew any of those trades. And I guarantee you I caught more gains in BA than anyone in the group or anyone out there. I guarantee it. That I massacred people in comparison. Now, one guy who happened to come in, Brian, a new guy who happened to come in, came in on the 5th plan and killed it, right? Now, why did he kill it? Because he had studied all my videos and had all this faith, right? And again, I told him, you know what? It's not always going to be, and he understood. I said, it's not always going to be the sunshine and rainbow. No, man. There's going to be tough times to deal with, but you've got to deal with it the same like the sunshine and rainbow time. You can't waver from your system. The minute you waver, you let emotions control you. You're not skillful trader. You are a fearful trader. You are a person that will lose. All my plans are designed. I don't post anything unless I think we can make money in it. But everything can fail because of market conditions and things that can happen and perceptional changes that can happen that the charts will not tell us, right? But what I found through my studies, deep studies, if you follow my rules in the way I do, everything is designed in a way that the skill set that's put in here is too high of a level. Okay, what I am doing, it's too high of a level. However, you still need to have the faith in the level and to make and let the process. So I've been guiding people step by step, and I've been doing this since the beginning of the year. I've also told people you can't rely on one position. Something will go wrong in anything, no matter how good it is. That being said, Apple's trade took 1 month. 1 month to double the money. Now, let's talk about that. They weren't ordinary options. They cost $560. So let's talk about this. Where are you going to double your money? Let's say you had invested and you had a large enough count. You invested $10,000 in Apple. And that $10,000 doubled in 1 month to $20,000. That's pretty good in return on investment, right? Right? Considering this is option trading. Why did we? But to command that 100%, there was some fear to go. There was some thinking. It wasn't a lot. Sometimes a lot of our plans. Listen, there are times the market's really good, and it just makes things simple, and we're mentally prepared the same way. Guess what? We're killing it. 100% gains in a day, or 2 or 3. Lately, it's not been like that. It's been 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 month. It varies depending on the stock. Apple has been terrible most of this year. Okay. But we still got winning trades. Over here, I got my winning thing and a gain. But it's not been my best performer. However, it's back, Apple. And now but of all my, in fact, all Apple trades were in losses only to turn into gains. Listen carefully to what I said to you people. All of them started in losses, only went to gains through management. Right, EG, you understand that. So, when you're making money, you have to understand what we're doing here. Do you want to make money as a fearful person or as a skilled person? Now, I've already proven that I know what I'm talking about, and I make the detailed videos. And people have watched me say that whatever I made in making those videos, they are 1000% correct. I do this over and over and over again. And I don't see anybody doing it like me, or will they be able to, because they don't have these skills. They are all talk out there. Now, if that's what you want to follow, you will see that most people are going to burn out even more. There's more information, but it's more dangerous than ever in society. And the negative people, the people who are lying and giving people false hope and false truth, have more power than ever before and are damaging people more. However, as a person, if you're listening to me, if you cannot hear what I'm telling you, the truth coming out of my mouth, my words, you don't listen to what I'm saying, then I can't help you. You are trapped in the people that are going to just go nowhere in life, right? You will suffer ill health effects. Something will go wrong in your life. We see this every day in society, how many heart attacks and cancer, this and that happening. And listen, people, I went to study why this is happening, and PowerTarget Trade has all the answers. I am so ahead of everybody, it's not funny. So when I say I'm a health and wealth leader, listen, I prove it. I show it on my, listen, I show stuff that you don't see. You see very few people at my age doing what I'm doing, okay, and can manage these two. Here, see this? And you know, Shia, who I work with, said, you know, I can't do what you do, Sandro. I can't do what you do. I have a lot of respect for you because I understood the mental. But that's what I'm saying. There are different types of, there are leaders, and then there are, let's say, leader builders. Now, a leader builder, now I'll talk about two classes. So a leader, that's me, and then a leader builder are people that, let's say, they support the leader. They work with the leader. They support the leader. But then from the leader's teachings, they make great money and they do great things, right? So kind of followers type of thing, but in a different thing. So you have leader, right? So what are leaders? I'll give you an example. I'll prove this to you. What is a leader? Leader is someone like Jeff Bezos. When Amazon in the year 2000, nobody thought that they had the internet bubble. Oh, the internet's a joke. You're not going to make a big business on Amazon. Well, Jeff Bezos, there was a video, okay, and we'll talk about a couple of key leaders. Okay, so let's talk about some real recognizable people. These are called leaders. These are different mindset. This is what most people are not. Most people are workers. And what is a worker? Somebody who goes to work, is mindless and just does their job, and they accept whatever society tells them to do. They love that. The big money loves the mindless people. Then you got the leaders that lead, and then you have the people trying to point out the leader. Oh, that guy don't know what he's talking about. Jeff Bezos, believe me, they thought he doesn't know what he's talking about. Listen, if you listen to one of his interviews, you see him before the success of Amazon. But his model, what he focused on, was reality. Exactly what happened, why Amazon was so successful. That's another story here. But I'm trying to tell you this mindset. Okay, now everything I do is a very skillful plan involved, but doesn't matter how good it is. The market still has variables that can cause trades to be more difficult or even not work. And the reality is, all my trades, they work way more and bring in way more gains than some of the ones that lose or that are losses, that are complete losses. We've had some complete losses. But if we take all the gains and minus the losses, the gains outweigh the losses. Why? Because I focus and make sure I extract maximum gains from the winners. See, that's another problem people can't do. They don't know how to extract. How can you extract? If you're a day trader, you don't even know how to extract maximum gains. You're happy to get that little pop, and then you're out. But you can't get they don't have the skill. Again, baby traders. Anyways, that's another story, people. Okay? FinPro knows about that. Now, FinPro actually did some coaching with me. But anyways, that's another story. People think they know about their health, and they have no clue about health. I can tell you right now. A PowerTarget Trader will be getting more into that. I'm going to be blowing people's minds. The people who want to listen to the truth. If the people who don't want to listen to the truth, they can go get stuck. And remember that when their health is down the tubes, they can't say the PowerTarget Trade didn't warn them. It's an inevitability. Anybody who doesn't listen to my words, it's an inevitability. Trust me, people. It's just like I'm going to talk about the market here, right? So, in the end, people, did Apple pay? You know the answer to that. And you should go see the video, the Apple video, and hear what I said exactly. So now, let's talk about BA now, okay? So, let's talk about BA here. Yeah, so, what I want to talk about this, because right now I'm in a loss in BA, right? Let's talk about this, though. Okay, so, with BA, as everybody knew, we had 5 plans that we held since here, okay? So we went through some rough periods and we caught all the gains with 5 different plans, all the way to this day here, by the way. Now, there is not a trader out there that has been able to do that. They missed it. I did not. That was my focus because I knew this was a leader stock, and that's what we caught, this whole thing. We avoided this drop. We got in this day over here. And the reason why I got in this day was this stock, and I didn't want to get in that day, but the stock gave this monumental return. It gave signals that were in my rules. It was just like I was surprised by it. I wasn't even expecting, but it gave it. And what I do? I took the plan. So what am I doing right now? Well, we are managing the plan. Can it turn into a loser? Yes, it could. And I say it could. Doesn't mean it will. Am I going to focus on trying to make more money back in? No, that I will wait for a situation. What I'm saying, I'm going to manage it, but this won't be my key focus. And I want to make a point of this with BA. It doesn't define anything. 5 times in a row is the proof that explains that my method is superior, but I can still lose. And if I was to lose in this plan, I wouldn't care about it. Why? Mentally, if I worry about this and not focus on making money, right now Apple is something that can save. So Apple has actually taken off pressure from me from the wins in Apple, right? That take off pressure from some things. So what happens is you go through a counterbalancing act, and then the gains can come. It's going to happen, guys. You know, you can do everything right, but I don't want to be a stock clown who's wrong for years on end, and then when something goes right, this drop that happened in BA happened to do was an accident that happened, and now the market has to try to deal with that. It was an unforeseen accident. What I was surprised at how much gain. If we look at this low here, right? Let's look at this low here. The low was 365, right? And the high, this range, and what happened in the signals that happened in the range, you were like, wow. So, in my rule set, it actually was able to confirm something. And it could have popped. And guess what? If it had popped and I didn't get in, I would be more upset than me being stuck in a loss right now. That it's not a loss because it can still turn around for me. And I've proven this again, right? And I don't care. But what I don't want to do is, what I'm trying to teach people is this. We don't want to do the wrong thing. We don't want to be selling out of fear. Signals were produced, and I've seen this so many times, that the things that seem like, it's just like Apple, people. Let's go back to the Apple. I can assure you that there was this, a lot of people would have, even myself, I didn't expect, I'm going to be straight out honest with you. I wasn't expecting to make 100% gains. I would have been happy for listen carefully, I would have been happy with Apple for a break even. But my plan was correct. If you look at my plan on February 10th, to me and my rules, Apple was favoring to test 180 to 185. What has it done, people? It has done that. That is skill. That is vision. That is true leadership. You will not see anyone match that. I guarantee it. I know this. My skills are enormous. I'm on another level with this. And that's why when I have to try to explain this to people, I have to try to bring them to my level. They're not at my level. So if my plans, I know my plans are powerful, but it's a market. If my plans could be 100% correct at every given moment, which they cannot be, that's why we have rules, right? Listen, people, it'd be a no-brainer, right? Anyways, but it's not that simple, right? That's why everybody has clubs and this and that, because there's everybody has their own different processes, right? And again, most of them are fake. Mine is as real as can be. That's why I started doing something very different in my power group trade, something never done before. Yeah, exactly, Dexter. The only way to win is to understand that there could be a loss. So you want to position yourself that, can you handle that loss? So if you're going to go in and buy a whole bunch of options, right, and you can't afford to lose, why are you buying that many options? See, but the wins will, I'll repeat this again, the wins with skill, okay, not just any type of game. Now, what I'm saying, you don't just hold things, it's not about, it won't apply to any stock. It's my plans are designed to go to targets due to my skill, my understanding of how things really move. I'm the one who called on February 11, 2016 the SPY. Let's talk about the SPY here, okay? This is what nobody can do. Only I can do this stuff, okay? The world record holder couldn't do this, okay? They can. I've proven that. I called in a time in the market. I can't go that back, but I can assure you, I don't want to go into I have to move my charts around. But people, it's like the SPY. You know, February 11, 2016, okay? I made a plan of reversal. I identified the market based on my scans, based on the signals I was seeing. Again, it's a very advanced process that I do. That the market would reverse, okay? You had Carl Icahn calling for a market disaster. It was the end of the world. If you have any idea of history, if you don't know what I'm talking about, February 11, 2016, you obviously don't have any experience in the market. You don't. You're a baby trader. So that means you got a lot to learn, right? That's fine that you're a baby trader. You're an amateur. You have no experience, right? But somebody who understands about the market knows what I'm talking about. February 11, 2016. February in the year. I keep talking about February because I massacred people. I massacred other sort of people that went against what I said. They got annihilated. Like I annihilated the stock clown. All right, now, enough of my true gloat, but I have to gloat what I know, right? All right, now. So, back to BA. I demonstrated since December, and people can go on my stream and see what I said. I talked about the market drop was, oh, by the way, let's talk about the SPY game. Let's talk about the SPY. That's another point I want to talk about. So, the market was dropping. Let's look at the charts, people. I'm going to see if I'm seeing the charts are correct. Let's look at the charts here. Let's look at the charts. A second. Is my thing not coming? Give me a sec here. Come over here. Okay, everything. Okay, let's listen. Everything's good. Listen up, people. During this point, I said this market is going down. I literally reiterated this over and over again that turnaround was coming. Now, people would, he's crazy. Trade doesn't know what he's talking about. No, look what happened. I went through this. I told people chop word for word, like almost like a damn crystal ball. I call this market. That's skill. Nobody has a skill. You know what other people were saying? They were guessing. Oh, the market's going to go do this. Market's going to go do that. I saw what people were saying out there. So-called pros. They didn't say what I did. They didn't. I said the market's going higher, and that was it. I didn't look for the market's going to go down. The market's no. I said we're going higher, and I focused on that. And I did that with BA and other stocks. Held my Apple. That was a loser trade. They turned one of my trades in Apple was a massive loser. It turned out to be a 50% winner, and then I followed it up with a 100% win. So that's the two plans for Apple. It wasn't great Apple, but I still made great gains in Apple. Followed by a third win recently, and already on a fourth win right now. 4 plans in a row in Apple, all different scenarios, all correct. That's skill. If you don't understand that, I'm not for you. See, I want you to make money with skill, long term, year after year after year after year after year, because that's what it is, longevity, right? I think you need money to live, right, in 10 years from now, right? So if you're looking to make a quick buck all the time, I want you to burn out. You don't listen to my warning, you're not experienced enough. I have a lot of experience in the market. So you either listen to what I say, or you listen to your loser mentality, your own fear, your own dumb mindset, right? Because that's the reality, people. I'm telling you, your own wrong mind. I don't have my system is developed to evaporate that mindset. That mindset will only make you lose. You can't win with if you don't learn how to manage fear and money and learn that these two metrics, you won't survive long term. I guarantee it. These people that who make it like a song and dance, we're making so much money. No, they're not. And they can't, and they won't do it all the time. And they're not. Ask them to do it, to demonstrate it step by step, comment by comment. I've done it already. I've proven it. I'm doing it right now. Right. That's why I'm doing something new in my group. So I've demonstrated to my group, right? Let me see if any comments here. I think I made some really good points in this thing. Yeah, your mindset, people's mindset, you're gonna lose with the wrong mentality. I'm here to help you, honestly. That's why I do these live streams, to help you succeed mentally. Your own self. You know, there's a movie now. I mean, we'll talk about a movie, but you know, if anybody's seen a movie, and it's not what that, and it's, you know, so Stallone. It's a Stallone movie. It was Creed, right? And he goes to Creed's son is training. He goes, see this? That's your greatest enemy. He's pointing to him. It's true. Everybody's their own greatest enemy. I had to face my own enemy, me, myself. And in order to become PowerTarget Trade, I had to defeat my own enemy. And every rule and every word that comes out of my mouth was defeating the same things that happened to me over and over again. I said, I'm not going to let this fear ruin me. I must. And then I was successful, and therefore I would become PowerTarget Trade so I can preach and do what I'm doing right now. But I couldn't do that without failure. So I've done the failure. I know how it feels. I know the process. It's second nature to me now. But I can't lead anybody if I'm afraid, if I don't even follow my own rules. In fact, I'll tell you stories. I've sometimes went against my own rules when I was doing something with when I was working with a member of mine, where he made money based following my rules, and I was just, you know, kind of thinking about another process that I was testing. But my own rules even warned me, and I decided to not listen to my rules. Guess what? I lost some money on that trade, right? This is something a while ago. And guess what? And to this day, I studied that, and I was so happy. I told the guy, you know, and I was actually happy to see that he won money following my rules, and I lost money that day. It didn't faze me. Instead, I learned from it. I go, you know, you see these rules I created? They're just too powerful. I'd rather follow my rules. Forget about. And that's why I talk about luck. I've been through this all, guys. I've been through it all. I know what I'm talking about. That's why I decimate people out there, because they They haven't fought their demons. The stock clown has his demons. Believe me. That's why I talk about the stock as an example. You know, he's a good person to show as an example. I don't want to focus on him, but what I'm saying is that I talked about him, and it was for good reason, because he has a lot of demons. He's got a lot of hurt inside. He's been destroyed, massacred, and he's sick in the head, the stock clown. So anyways, that's enough of that. Let me take a look at here. Okay, so nothing new. A lot of people listen to what I'm saying. So is there any questions about what I just said right now? Because mental, you know, I've kind of demonstrated what's going on, what happened with BA, what we did, about the SPY. Like, honestly, through all this, I told people, we're going to reverse. I've seen it through the stock actions. Like, I know what I study is something that is beyond, you know, the news won't be able to tell you, because the news is people that are paid. They are workers. You know, I'm a leader. They are a worker. A worker knows nothing. A leader knows something. PowerTarget Trade's a leader. PowerTarget Trade called for a higher market. PowerTarget Trade was correct. Oh, stock clown. All right, now. It's just a reality, people. PowerTarget Trade, listen, I have to be confident, right? But I am that confident. You know why? Because I made great gains. It was been tough, don't get me wrong. But I love how everything, I follow my own rules, and I watch them, how they work out. I study, and I study, and I study everything that I do. And I know I am superior trader. My system is superior and will help the most people, right? It's not about even making the most money. It's about making the money the right way, having a healthy mind. If you want to make, trust me, a lot of people, some people are making money, but there's a cost here, right here, and in their health. No. PowerTarget Trade doesn't. I want to help people have both metrics. Money is not the most important thing in life, but what is important is to have balance in your life, to have confidence, not to be a fearful trader, not to be an upset person. You know what I'm saying, people? And a lot of these trolls, you know, I get upset about them, but in reality, they are, like I said, they're a common worker person that have a lot of mental issues, that just can't, they're better off being a worker, you know. They need that, you know, worker, you know, sawing and cutting, you know, whatever. Doing the mundane thing, working for a company, just living life mindless, as a mindless individual. And forget about the market. The market is for the people want to grow here mentally too. And that's why I started talking to people about, don't just think about making money. Think about your health too. Again, just like the market, people don't understand about the market. They don't understand that there's too much lies out there. In PowerTarget Trade, all I'm trying to do is spread the truth to people as a leader. All right, now. Let's see. I don't know. So, hard work, yeah, okay. I've fallen in the mindset believing that market is a conspiracy and only the house can win. Mike, this guy here sounds fun. No. That is false. So how is that possible, Mike Tyson, which I don't hope you're not a troll. But let's talk about this. Only the house can win, right? That's the mindset of, I'm going to have to say, that's the mindset of a loser. Okay, a loser has to make an excuse. Everybody in my group, if they studied, they witnessed me make 5 winning plans in BA, and we were losing in some of them, only to make gains. You know the story, people. And in fact, it was right around here. It actually was. I say the thing. It's actually, sorry. It's November through December. It's all through this. I got all this. I won 5 trades in a row. They weren't winning all of them at once. There was a process. Excuse me. You can't win 5 times in a row by fluke. So I've demonstrated this. I silence anybody. I have it documented. I've done the work and I've proven it. So anybody tells me something about the house, I say, listen, my friend, you need to study my videos, okay? And don't believe that's what they want you to believe, that it's by the house. That's a person who doesn't, he's a loser. So they find loser mentalities like to tell you to buy options, like sell calls and sell puts and that. Those are losers. They don't know how to make money. So they have to sell calls and puts. I'm going to be straight honest with you. They're losers. All right now. Yeah, that's right, Naplom. House wins. This is not gambling. That's right. Now, what's happening with BA is basically emotion. You know, a plane dropped. This company is making money up the wazoo. But the people are worrying, is this going to affect their earnings? In reality, if you have a plane that goes up, not really. It's just a matter of them. If they can fix, if there's an issue, if they cannot fix their issue, that could be the issue. And that's what the market's trying to figure out. So, in the end, I don't know that answer, okay? Because these are things that I cannot control. I do not know whether BA can fix their problems, but the market has given me enough signals that they can, and I'm going by that metric. But that can change. The best signals can fail, people. I'm going to tell you the truth, because I've always said that nothing's 100%. So if I trade with fear, then I'm not gonna make the gains. I might as well pack it up and quit. But of course, I know the reality of it, so I grind it out. That's why I say it's a day-to-day thing. You know, I made a point to people. I'm gonna see if I can put up the options. I want to show you something, people. I want to show you something very important. I want to put up the options here. Okay, I have to move it. Okay, I want to show you a lesson here, and I told it to the group, but I want to show this. So I'm going to put the March, these were the calls I was in. Now, not too long ago, I want to show you something very interesting. See, I look at everything, and I think about things carefully to teach how to teach people something. So, just so people now see live how all this stuff is the reality of the options. I'm going to go price, because it's so far up now, right? The 420 calls are the damn thing. Okay, we have to go up the strike price list, right? But we were in these, and these make great money. Now, let me expand this here. So, people say, why do I want them to pay attention to the market every day? Okay, well, I'll tell you why. All right, so here's the 420 calls. Do you know that they are 5 cents today? Do you know that these calls just a few days ago, at this day here, had a high of $2,300, which is $2,300 a piece? They are worth 3 cents. So, not paying attention to the market. Now, obviously, we were out this day, but what I'm getting is that look how quickly those option values eroded. So, that's another proof that option trading isn't easy. So, imagine I'm able to make money, and avoid this type of erosion most of the time. These options now that paid me $2,100, if I went to sleep and didn't pay attention to market, and I would woke up to this day in horror. Wow, my $2,100 options are worth 5 cents. You know what the saying goes: you snooze, you lose. All right then, again, people, common sense, but people don't get it. I can't retweet like every day. You can't? You mean you tell me you're in a market and you're not going to take a look at what happened to your stock and make this? You're not going to have to make decisions on a daily basis what you're going to do? Oh, please. Listen, people make excuses. You know, I'm busy. Listen, I'm a family man. I have a wife. I have kids, teenage boys. You know, by the way, I outrun my teenage boys. I exercise my teenage boys. That's something my father couldn't do because I'm advanced in everything method. Okay. And I'll probably outdo that to most of to men 20 years old. They won't be able to run as fast as me or exercise as well as me or all these things. Why? Because I'm PowerTarget Trade. I study, I grow, I advance, I learn. I'm always looking to be the best. PowerTarget Trade, leader, born leader. Stock Clown doesn't like it, but I have to gloat. See, Stock Clown, where's your videos of you? You have none. You know, if you show people you have your nice little pot belly, Stock Clown right now. PowerTarget Trade ain't afraid to show himself. Stock Clown, all right now. I'm a champion, confident man. I'm a tell person right in their face. You loser, you bum, for their own good. Now, if someone is good, I tell them the truth. I say, you're a good guy. I put them on a pedestal. But I can't put someone on a pedestal for doing the wrong things. Anybody. I don't care who it is. If they're out of line or doing something that I think is incorrect, I have to tell them, that's wrong. And people who are wrong, who are I call the worker mentality, don't see that. They're blind to the truth, right? You know, look at the government legalizes marijuana. What is that going to do? Example, it's going to cause more chaos. Everybody says, "Oh, you can smoke your problems away." That's a smart idea, right? But it's a good money-making idea. I told you, the powers that be will always win because PowerTarget Trades advice. You got to work, you got to study. See, true health and wealth and well-being, it's work, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's work, but you know what? It's worth it. I'd rather use my mind to solve my problems than smoke up and pop pills. So it's up to you what you want. Do you want to pop pills to take away your problems, or do you want to solve them with your mind? Because you don't need no pill. You don't need no blood pressure medication. You don't need that. If you take medications, you're asking for trouble. No blood pressure, no. I know people in my age group at the time when I was 30, they were taking blood pressure medications. Why? Why did they take and I don't? Different mindset, different health, right? How I handle stress, all these things. Here, the mind is so powerful. Your own mind can build you and it can destroy you. Now, you don't want to believe me? That's up to you. A PowerTarget Trade knows what he's talking about, big time. Stock clown. Okay, let's see if there's any questions. Now, who talks to people like this? Well, Mike Tyson, Mark, what does it mean if you put in the time and effort and still are not profitable? I'm only 21, but I've traded since I was 17. Well, listen, Mike Tyson, that's not a lot of experience, right? You don't have a good method for one, right? So that 3 years experience is nothing really. Some people, everybody's different before they get success. If you want success, simply follow my group, follow my rules, and you still gotta have work. See, a lot of people, they come into my group and they have these ridiculously small accounts. So I've said it before in my videos. Listen, you need, in reality, to really go somewhere long term and be able to do the right things with a strong mindset, don't listen to these. You need 5K minimum, in my opinion. At least $5,000. That's not, even when I was 18, okay, when I was 18 years of age, I started with that at least. 5K. I never worked with these stupid $1,000. The hell's $1,000 to work with? It's what that does is make you a fearful trader. And as soon as something goes wrong, you're like, oh. So I can't help a person like that, but I give people, listen, if you got a $5,000 account, don't go into more than 2 options, and don't go into something like an Amazon or Tesla trade. BAs, go with the ones that have more time. Apple, BA. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you chose to go in Caterpillar and Apple. Guess what? Apple won, and that was it. But let's say you went into 3 plans that were the longer term ones. If the 2 win and the 1 didn't, those 2 that wins, and some of the great ones, they take away any losses that can happen and put you in gains, but you traded properly. But if your account size is too small that you can't afford to take any hit that's necessary, okay, then you're going to be a fearful trader and you can't win, no matter who's behind you. You don't have the money, the proper money. I would study, learn first, and build your account so that you could trade properly, because you still got to put real money on the line. Paper trading doesn't teach you anything, because fear and emotions have to be in there. You've got to make money like you're winning or losing it. 100%. Paper trading is baloney. You just can't. It doesn't work. And I tell you, because in the long term, you need to learn how to handle everything properly with this. That being said, That's right. So I'm telling you, Mike, you don't have the skill. Right? You just don't have a see, just because my advice only works on my trades, okay? Just because I held Apple, listen carefully now, people. Listen carefully. I'm going to put Apple here. Let me explain to you. Why, this is why I have the skill, okay? This is where I'm beyond everybody else out there, okay? They didn't do this. I had real direction of where Apple was going, and I was again massively correct. Not once, 4 times in a row. 4. Was I making money in all 4 plans right away? Well, the 4th one paid right away. But that's because of its point of confirmation. It was a new alignment trade Apple had become. Right? But I was losing this day right over here. Okay? Everybody knows in the group. And I said it, and I said to hold because I see a reversal happening. The odds favored it. I said it. Word for word, like a champion that I am, over and over and over again, just like I did with the SPY, just like I did with Apple, with the SPY, with BA, with things that count, with things that require billionaire mindset. We're not talking about baby scalper mindset, day traders with no skill. Billionaire mindset, okay? People like a Warren Buffett, but for options, to give people a chance to make money with options. People don't have the deep pockets like a billionaire. But to make money, you need to have that mindset. They don't trade by fear. They know that things don't go up right away in their favor. They know everything I teach has the mindset of a billionaire involved in the system that allows people with a small account to make money like the mindset of a billionaire, making money with confidence. And to make 100% gains in Apple in a month, that's pretty good. And with skill, by the way, that was total skill. Proud of it. Everything that I said fruitioned right in front of everybody's eyes, and it documented in the video. I haven't seen anyone do that, and they won't do that. And I don't care, that's me. I know anybody lucky enough to get into my group, to succeed and make money, to be able to send gifts, because they can. That is their gift. Because I have people working with me, leader builders, that have come my way, that have made it happen, that made this possible for me to help other people, that even gave me this idea. Like this, even this group idea came from the right people that came, like I knew that there was out there. And they saved this whole, they helped form this group, Power Group Trades. It's hard to explain. It's amazing how things happen, but that's another story, people. Well, actually, Dexter, I did not sell CAT. CAT for me is a complete loss, and I couldn't care less about it. So I'll be brutally honest. I lost in CAT doing the right things, but my wins didn't matter to me. Obviously, the BA trade, but it's kind of like I'm still ahead of everything, but I would have been in more gains had BA obviously not have done what it did. Regardless, though, that's being managed, and I'm focusing on making money with my system the right way. It doesn't define me. I'm going to go make my money in in intelligent manner. So you're going to watch me demonstrate this. We're going to be talking about BA, right? BA, whether it's a win, whether it's a loss, I don't care if I lose for the right reasons, right? If I lose for the right reasons, that's fine with me. If I lose for the wrong reasons, that's what upsets me. For example, if I was to sell BA and it takes off for me, okay, because I'm not mentally involved with it, letting it, whatever, and I sold for a loss when I should have took a break even, or I should have made 100%, I would not be happy with that. That would be, that's how you go mentally insane. I'm trying to explain this. This has happened before, many times. I would watch myself, we're talking about a long time ago, but I'd watch so many things go massively for me. And I did the mathematics. I said, if I would have just held this, and I would have just did everything, played everything the way I'm supposed to, and go through the losses and the gains properly, I would be up massively. Hence why I created PowerTarget Trade. Hence why I created my rules. Hence why the system I developed that allows me to narrow things down, to give us the odds in our favor, came to ever fruition. It came from suffering and sweating and bleeding. It didn't come from glory. You understand, people? It came from suffering and sweating and working and studying crazily hard. It didn't come easily. So when I talk and I tell people things, to listen to what I'm saying in my videos, to study my creative play, if you don't want to listen to me, what does a person want? That's why I block and get rid of these people. I kick people out of the group. It's a back and forth thing. I don't want you in my group if you're not listening to my advice. I can't help you. You are a worker person. That's your character. I can't help those people. But if you are a leader builder category, then you have, and I awaken you. I can awaken that giant in you. Then you can become something. You know, there are people that I can build that they can be PowerTarget Trade too. I'm trying to build some PowerTarget Trades too, so they can go and do their things too for people. It's not easy to build a PowerTarget Trade because I teach them the mental, how I listen. I have people studying with me. I've said this millions of times. They're serious people. I call them the leader builders, right? And everybody should be thanking leader builders that I'm even doing this. This group is even around. Thanks to the leader builders. So I'm going to classify the classes of people, right? Leader builder, leader, me, then leader builder, then strong follower, then worker, dumb worker. That's 4 classes. What I'm getting is that most people are going to fall in the dumb worker. So dumb worker is somebody that shouldn't be in the market, that will lose in the market, then we'll say the market's a casino. So dumb worker should work for people, live a mediocre life, you know, gain weight, be sick, and feed the healthcare system. That's going to be the majority of people out there. You see what they say, and you don't believe me? Go look in the US stats or Canadian stats. And they call it an obesity epidemic. Because those people don't even have, even if they had all the right information in front of them, they don't even have the right mindset. They don't have a chance. And the government simply pumps out more dumb things like, let's make marijuana legal, let's drive people more stupid than they already are. PowerTarget Trade tells you the truth. You want to believe me? That's fine with me. PowerTarget Trade, I'm trying to teach people the truth, right? That's why I do these live streams, right? I prove over and over again my method is superior to all other methods. But we lose too. We do lose, but our wins kill the losers. So, that being said, that's why I'm doing these live streams, to help people, to tell you the truth. You see me. Where are those servers doing the live streams like me? Where? I believe that we need live streams. We need people to see me speak to them, even to my own group members. So they see I live and breathe this stuff. Everything that I teach about health and fitness and the fasting and the work, I live and breathe this stuff. That's me. That's my life. You know, they use the term vacation. I'll tell you what vacation is for. Vacation is for a person who doesn't like what they do, so they coin the thing, let's go on vacation. They hate their job, so they live for their vacation. That's why they go on vacations. That's the reality, people, okay? Leaders don't need vacations. I don't have time for vacation. If I was to go on vacation, who's going to lead the people through the good and the bad? Who's going to do that? Right? I live and breathe. For me, I don't need no vacation. This is the market, the health and wealth. That's my life. Overall, that's all I do. You want to beat that kind of person? No vacation I go on. I haven't gone on vacation in a long time. I go for massage therapy, and I've explained that to people what I do. But I know what I'm talking about, right? Vacation was a term designed for workers. So they live for something because they hate their job. They hate, if you're an auto worker, right? You're working in an auto, assembling cars and stuff, right? That smoking, drinking beer with their buddies at your end of the thing, right? Because that's what people do, right? Go drink beer with their buddies, get fat and sick and weak and all that shit, right? Well, to do what PowerTarget Trade says and go work out and do all these other things, well, that's hard to do. Nah, man, forget what he's saying. I want to drink a beer. Ha ha! Right? That's the mentality of the worker mentality. What's this guy saying about the market, making money in the market? Man, market's for casinos, man. You understand what I'm trying to say, people? Mindset. They have no idea what the market is. They wouldn't know how to hold this position. What's going on, man? We're losing money in Apple. What's going on, Power? But they don't wait for the outcome. You understand, people? Mindset. PowerTarget Trade knows all my plans are designed to make money. But it's a market still. There are variables. Like the Boeing, nobody knew that there was going to be a crash, a plane crash. Not even the company knew that their plane was going to go down. So you want to talk that the guy thought that, who was shorting, claiming that they shorted BA, they knew anything? It's called luck. See, luck always runs out. That's why the stock climb was wrong since 200, then 240, then 260, then 280, then 300. You understand me, people? It's the complete opposite of me. I'm right all the time with very low strike rates. Well, he's wrong with very wrong all the time and gets lucky and then parades it. Ah, look, it fell down. Did you look at the reason why BA fell? Nobody knew it was going to fall, that was going to happen. Not the charts, not the market makers, nobody. That the plane was going to go down. You sick in the head, the people out there. And they think, and they want to tell the people that they have skill. I told my members to short. Yeah, sure you did. You've been wrong since BA at 200. Please, the fake people out there. That's right, Pegasus. There's a lot of fear. And however, it can sort itself out. It may do it in time. It may not. But I have faith that it will. I have faith that my 6th BA plan will be a winner. And in the meantime, I'll be focusing on other plans. Especially Apple is right now in our favor. So I'm not too worried about it, Pegasus. You know, I don't care. If I'm going to worry about, oh my God, I'm losing money in BA. You understand me, people? It's not for you. Go be a worker. And that's it, right? Because PowerTarget Trade talks about doing a lot of, what I talk about doing is actually takes work and discipline. That's not for everybody, right? I'm not for everybody. It's a small group, people. It's going to be small. I said this. If I find 300, 400, 500 people, you know, there could be maybe 1,000 people that they're raving, they only knew about me, they would make the cut. So say you take 1 million people out there. Let's just take 1 million people. Okay. 10% of those million, but it's still a lot, have the potential to go somewhere in life. The rest do not. That's why we're going to have this imbalance. There's always going to be the worker. That's why you see all this, and then the robotics now, and in art. That's put another pressure on the worker class people. But that's another story, people. That's another story. That's right. It's a $2,000 stock. Amazon can go a lot higher, but it's been difficult. But regardless, it's about being right for the right reasons the majority of the time. You know something? You can even be right and still lose. It's just part of the reality of the market. But I'm telling you from experience that if you have a strong mindset, if you follow my rules, if you study my videos, if you get into all my plans with the proper sizing, proper sizing. Like if some people complain that they may, if you didn't get into any of my BA plans, for example, well, I'm sorry, then you first of all, you lack massive skill. If you didn't get into any of them, for example, and I documented everything, that means you have fear. That means you have no skill. So you have to work on yourself. If you missed one of those 5 winning plans because you didn't see the outcome of all of them, for example, I'm telling you, you've got to work here. You've got fear. Fear is stopping you from making money. You had me tell you, step by step, support by support. I demonstrated this 5 times in a row. 5 times in a row. I've done it with Apple. I defended Apple many times. I told my opinion of Apple. People can go on my live streams, see for themselves. I'm not right like this, massively correct all the time for no reason. It's high skills. I worked for this. Hard. Okay? I didn't drink beer. The thing, I studied them in the charts. When I was in a working class person, which I never wanted to be. And when I was 18 years of age, I understood this. I'm going to tell you what I said how I thought about work. I'll tell you. I said to myself at 18, when I made my first investment, I said, and I made my first 100%, which took about a year. I said, if I can do this every year, I'm going to really make a good life. Because, you know, I'm going to work and then I build my account up. And the market gave me that. I was looking for a way out, how to get out of the working class. Because, you know, 18 years old, right? My parents didn't know anything about them. My father's a different type of investor, but the market, what's the market, son? The market's no good. The same thing, right? Mindset of common worker man, right? No, man, the market has all this potential. That's what I was seeing, and I could see that, right? But I had to go through the suffering. I made my money, I lost my money, I played commodities, I tell the story. I have such experience that you just can't buy, you can't get in school, you can't open a book. Nobody knows as much as the persons that do. You understand, people? Reality, the persons that do, they study and then they do have real experience. All right, now. So these live streams, I talk about the stocks and I also talk about psychology. Now, again, if this doesn't resonate with you, if you can't understand what I'm saying, then you're probably in the class of a worker man. You won't be a success in my group anyways. That's fine. I've put the filter systems to evacuate these people. Still they get inside somehow, but I clear them out. And I have my rule sets, you know, I have my rules for a reason. I explain to the people. How am I going to know you understand? How? Well, what is the purpose of me doing something if people don't understand, you know? But I do see people that they do and they appreciate. And what I'm trying to do is build that. I want to build something very unique and different and truthful. That doesn't exist out there. No service does live streams, educates, they don't do that. Example, we'll take Dan Zanger for example. What's he do? Well, he'll charge $3,000 to come in for a 3-day flight. And he's going to somehow teach you to be a professional trader, which I haven't heard anybody produce what he did. Right? Because I said to you, there's luck win and there's skill win. Two different things, right? So, it's beside this point. They don't do that. In fact, I've studied his situation. Like, again, I like his story, but when I look at his rules, and I look at the marketing, I look at that it's a good way to fish people in. Look, I'm the world record holder. I made all this money. So what? That's going to do anything for somebody. It's going to do somebody who doesn't have a record holder money. You're going to turn somebody else into a record holder like you. So if you can do it again, why don't you turn somebody else that can't, right? I'm not going to tell people I'm going to turn you into a record holder. See, that's stupid, right? Because everybody's different. You don't need to be a record holder. But I'm getting at the marketing of his was he's a world record holder. World record holder of what? Of one time frame. Right? Why can the world record holder have reversal plans and call for a market collapse in February 2? Can't. Skills weak compared to mine. And that's reality. It doesn't matter that he had made more money. When it comes to actual money-making skills of reality, that he doesn't even go. Listen, I'm telling you people, for a reality, I've studied this. The guy is admitted. I don't go into most of my plans, he says. So he's making money no matter what. If his plan works, great. If it doesn't work, who cares? It's different for me. I care about everything that goes on. But I know that if we do what I say, we will win. It's hard. I never said it was easy. But I know I know the situation. That's why I'm talking to people. I take the time to do these live streams, to tell them the truth. My videos, I show all these win rates because the win rates came from skill, not by luck. And we still outpace the losers by a large margin. And longevity comes from winning for the right reasons. That's my point in doing these live streams and I'm talking to you people. Seriously. You're never going to see somebody be as honest like that to you. I said to people, it's not going to be sunshine and roses, sunshine and rainbows every day. We're going to have I've been through the same, it happens like this, cycles. And I understand that. I just keep, what do, people? I keep focusing. Just like, here, I'm going to put up the SPY here, people. I'm going to put up the SPY here quickly. Listen, people. What do you think I was doing when the market was doing this? I was focusing and planning on making money. This didn't happen then. I was already knew that this was going to happen. In this. And everybody in my group who studied my words, what I was talking about, knows that. And was I right? Massively right. Stock Clown did not predict this. Stock Clown said the market was going to drop. Again, Stock Clown wrong. Just like he was at SPY 225. Just like the record holder was on February 11, 2016 and February 10, 2016, so on and so forth. Okay, I have a video that proves this and shows it, what he said between the two posts. Two opposites. Me calling for a reversal, him calling for a disaster. Okay, and not just him. 90% of the market out there, they have no skill. Remember I said, they don't have, there's two groups, 10% top, and there's new ones, and 90% bottom. The bottom, they feed into the majority of thought process, right? Sometimes the majority is right, but the majority is wrong most of the time. So, in my skill set, in what my rules and way I scan the market and my system capabilities, said the market was going higher. That is what a billionaire wants, somebody to lead that direction. If a billionaire took my advice, how much money would they have made? Or if they would have sold, which they wouldn't, the billionaire would have sold based on Dan Zanger's advice, I think he would want to crucify the guy. Kill him. And I'd be put on a pedestal. But see, that never, if that would have transpired that the billionaire would listen to PowerTarget Trade versus Dan Zanger, it would be headline news. Guarantee it. That's how confident I am in my decision process. Because I outclass them. See? Not only has the billionaire, what's his name, Carl Icahn, he's been wrong about the SPY, he's been wrong about Apple, while I've been right on both occasions, calling Apple for 200, and it did that. Calling for the SPY with 7 plans on a reversal, I did that. He did the opposite. Killed the billionaire. Killed him with my skill. Money doesn't define you, okay? It never will define you only. You can have all the money in the world, like Steve Jobs had quite a bit of money, but he had no idea of his health. He had a diet that killed him. Okay? He didn't understand anything about health, therefore he's a poor man. He died for the wrong reasons, with no skill for health. He was a leader in making money for Apple, but at the expense of his health. He withered away to nothing. End of story. Okay? These two metrics, health and wealth, it's the top 5% in the world. Now, forget about top 10, top 5. Do you want to be led by somebody who has the toughest metrics? Do you want to live your life in a robust, healthy manner? Be successful, help people? Or do you want to be just a money-hungry guy with no health and go down the tubes? And by the way, Steve Jobs had a pretty bad other life to him with family stuff. That's another story. Massive leader for money. We give him credit for that. Brilliant, but failed massively on the other direction. Family life and priorities and health. Eating a fruit diet, that's insane. Eating fruit. That's what killed him. Okay, it killed him. Guaranteed you. If you don't believe me, you don't have no education. I'm sorry to tell you. Because I can prove anything I say. Prove it. A lot of cancer is earned. Listen carefully to what I just said to you. You are earning your cancer. If someone doesn't follow I'm going to give another warning to people. If you don't want to follow my advice, you go study this fact. People who don't understand about fasting, which, again, how to really do this and all that stuff. the probability of you earning an illness is skyrocketing. I don't care how well you eat. I know people, and I was baffled by this, but I've studied this immensely. I know this even with myself, okay? I'm not going to get into this deeply, but people, I know what I'm talking about. So I have this discipline in both metrics, health and wealth. And that is what you need to be successful in the market on a high level, like, and have your mind not go crazy. The market can make you go nuts. The market, it does, it corrupts people mentally. And then they start revenge trading and gambling, and they drink, you name it, getting depressed and drinking. Believe me, people don't know this. They don't know but it's out there. But what I'm teaching, it's a whole nother level and never done before in the history of the market. It will never be done. And it may never be recognized because I said to you, I'm in the top 5% in the world, they don't need, it's not mass marketed. They're not going to mass market something that's very few people are going to achieve. They'd rather you be a loser in life. They'd rather you be sick and you feed the billionaire medical community. It's much more profitable for you to be sick and go for chemotherapy and all these things. It's more profitable. Thumbs up. Smoke your marijuana. Ha ha! Then we can charge you for this and that and that. Oh, it's a great money business. Think about what I'm telling you. PowerTarget Trade. That's what he's talking about. PowerTarget Trade. Oh, I give you advice where you have to have discipline. And you have to have a strategy. Oh, what a terrible guy PowerTarget Trade is. Telling people the truth. Anyways, people. Let's see if there's anybody saying something. I think this is a very powerful, what time? Oh my God. I can't believe how the time, I honestly, I cannot believe how this time goes by. I didn't know it was 10:20. I always say I'm going to make my live stream shorter, and I somehow break my promise to myself. Somehow I put so much emotion in this. It's just the truth, you know. Anyways, people, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. It's too late. PowerTarget Trade wants to go to sleep. You know, I maintain a schedule, and I don't like to break my schedule. All right, people, have a good night. I gotta go. PowerTarget Trade out.